The programming software itself, although it's easy to learn and it's basic enough to figure out, it does have some flaws, and the flaws are somewhat an annoyance. Let me give you an example. If I'm here on number 1, which is K9VI Tri-State, and all of a sudden I decide I want to move this tri-state window one way or another, maybe so I can get some repeater data that's being hidden behind this DMR box, I can't move the window, which becomes a little bit of an annoyance. Not a huge deal, but like, let's say I make all these changes, okay? And you can see obviously right there I made some changes. Now, I'm over on Chicagoland DMR website, or maybe in a business's case, I am going to a window that has all of our information regarding our allocated frequencies, and I click on it. I click on that other window. You can see it just disappeared on here, and then when I click on here, none of the changes is saved. So it makes it kind of difficult to be able to complete your task efficiently, being the task being programming your radio. But what else here I do want to mention is there's only 1,024 contacts. Oh, hey, I'm Ham Radio Dude, and I am in editing right now and recognized I made a mistake, so let me clarify a couple of things here. This radio has a maximum of 32 zones, which allows 16 channels per each zone, and you could have a maximum of 1,024 channels into the radio. Also, you could have up to 1,000 talk groups or 1,000 contacts in the radio. So I just wanted to clarify that because I may have misspoken or inaccurately said something that I didn't intend to. Back to your show. So, in DMR world, there's well over 100,000 DMR radios and IDs, and a lot of people like to have all those contacts saved into the radio, which isn't going to happen here because contacts and talk groups are in the same kind of bundle. And you can see I already have 64 just by putting in a few talk groups. And you see where this can become kind of problematic, especially when I want to add contacts. And that actually comes up to one more point. There is a lot of software out there that allows you to import contact lists, but this very basic code plug software doesn't have any import feature for anything along those lines. But I will say, once you plug in the radio and you have everything figured out, your zones and your contacts, your channels, and so forth, it's pretty easy to write to the radio, and it does a decent job. I will mention one thing, and I obviously haven't tested it, but the privacy functionality is there is some basic encryption on here. And if you don't know what encryption is, maybe you're not in the amateur radio world, you're looking at this from a commercial standpoint. Encryption basically secures the communication between radio to radio. And this radio works on DMR networks within amateur radio. It has dual time slots, and it has tier 1 and tier 2 support.